wants to know.
Everybody wants to know.
It's gotten very, it's gotten deeper and more complex, obviously, since the episodes that have aired. It speaks a lot to Cassie's moral structure, that she feels very guilty about what she's come in and sort of created, this trouble in paradise, as it were, for Diana and Adam. And I think that says a lot about her. And, neither she or I are wanting this particularly. We just kind of can't help it. And also in the episodes now, we really, got to delve into who Diana and Adam are as a couple, what their history is, what do they really like together. Because, if we don't know that, then what's the point of even us fighting for it? You know what I mean? So it's definitely gotten more complex, but also I would say very heavy and sad, quite tragic at this point. The great thing is now we're in a position where now we bound the circle in episode 2. Hi, we bound the circle in episode 2, and since then, there's a lot of great group power. Couples going off doing their own thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Cassie and Adam definitely, but theirs is particularly strong. But what becomes a question is it just that it's the two of us particularly, or is it also that it's particularly Cassie?
TV Dad, he had the whole written in the stars aspect as well. So have you been able to film any scenes with Adam where it's kind of that father-son, bonding discussion of talking about relationships? Well,
we've gotten a lot to do together in the rest of the show, which I really like, and I think it speaks volumes about my father and myself, the story that we've gotten to sort of follow. And it turns out, basically, this I can reveal, it turns out basically that, this is something I've heard from my father my whole life. So I knew this when she arrived, but of course didn't necessarily believe it.
Right.
It's got a drunk dad who rambles. So now, of course, I do. But there also becomes the layer of resentment from me as to, well, if my father felt this way so much about Amelia, then how did he feel about my mother? Do you know what I mean? And that sort of starts to fray a little bit in our relationship.
There's no possibility he could be Cassie's father, is there?
There's an absolute possibility.
Oh, no.
That has not been, as of now, and I'm not lying to you, it has not been presented or set forth in any way, but I think, all of us up here on the crew and cast were like, what if he's her dad? I like that we who make the show, we like to sort of try and come up with theories about what's going on, because we literally get the script a day before we start shooting.
How awkward would that make it? Like, is Adam and Cassie's relationship to the point where that would just be wrong, or...
I think it's a whole other show if we get into that territory. But you can also ask yourself, if he was supposed to be with Amelia, then why am I supposed to be with her daughter? Because then it's all one big happy family. Right. So we don't.
And he's still with Diana at this point anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the things that we discovered in Loner on Dawn's computer about, there's Zachary and Heather Barnes and all this stuff, we sort of cleverly start piecing a lot of things together, at least that we think we're piecing together. And in the episode, Cassie and I, it's the first time we kind of break away, and the whole group knows that we're going to go do our thing about it. And it's interesting, an aspect of the show that I love is that Diana's really good about not being jealous of time Cassie and I spend together, or even the little looks that she might see she's okay with. She doesn't like when we do magic together. And there's a reason for that, that is to do with Diana and Adam and magic, and you'll find that out 2 weeks from now. But Cassie and I go off and kind of do our own thing without really knowing what we're doing, and we think we're doing something very good for this person we've discovered, but we were very, very wrong. So there you go. Is that like mysterious and elusive enough to where I'm not going to get fired, but I got you excited? Because that's the trick of these things.